Good day, everyone. Annyeonghaseyo. I am teacher Dahrell Vilela from the Philippines. I am from Philippine Antioch Church, and I have been serving as a praise team leader in our church. But before I became a praise team leader, I used to be part of our Sunday school ministry. I am leading as a Sunday school teacher ever since the year 2014. That's why when people ask me or students ask me of my teaching experience, I always tell that it started in the ministry. It started in our church. So I am teaching in the school, Remnant International Christian School. So this is the high school where I graduated from. And this is the ministry of our church. I really praise God that He allowed me to grow as a student in that school. You know why? It's because the Lord really knows how to correct my heart. He knew very well how to correct my heart as a student and as a teacher. Before entering that school, I only dreamed of becoming successful in life. Before becoming a student in that school, back in the year 2009 to 2013, there was only one dream in my heart. I want to be successful. I want to be rich. I want to be the top of the class. But then, through that school, God allowed me to see my true purpose. God allowed me to see the true meaning of my life as a remnant. He allowed me to succeed in my academics in that school, but with the right heart. He allowed me to see that being successful in life is not just about getting the good things in life, becoming successful, landing into a good job, but it's about really discovering the God-given talents and skills that He has in store for you and me. And the Lord did not fail. The Lord did not fail to really reveal to me my purpose. After graduating in that school, I remained as a minister in our church and became part of the Sunday school ministry. I did not land into a teaching specialization. I did not take a course that is about becoming a teacher. I actually took a pure science course and have really prepared to work in the industry. But then God's plan is indeed amazing. He makes sure that His disciples will really grow into the place where He wants them to be. After graduating college with flying colors, He did not allow me to work in the field of my specialization. God revealed to me that I am needed in the field of RICS. My first employment was in that school, RICS. I teach science, speech, values education, research subjects in various year level. And through that experience of becoming a teacher, I really learned a lot. I really learned the importance of a remnant minister in the field. Before, I thought RICS was just about helping the students really discover their talents and skills. I really thought RICS was just there to really show the students what they could become if they truly master their God-given skills. But when I served as an educator in that school, as a minister in that school, I realized that there's more than that. It's letting the students really know who they are in the image of God, who they are as God's children, that they're really set apart, not for the world, but for the Lord. And that's what I'm truly grateful for. And I'm sharing this to you as the teachers to really remind you that you are very important. You are very important in the field because through you, the Lord can change not just the lives of your students, but the lives of the people who will be with your students. That through you, you will become an ambassador of Jesus Christ, so that the students that you will be teaching, that you are teaching, will really grow as God's remnants, as God's precious disciples. And I really praise God that He allowed me to really see this in the field of education. It's so hard. Teaching is a very challenging job. You don't see the fruits right away. You don't see the fruits of your labor instantly. It takes time, but that's where faith comes in. It's really looking at not the things that are seen, but really really believing that God is working for the good of those who love Him. So as I end this talk to really inspire you and motivate you as my co-teachers, I want to invite you to read from the book of John, chapter 21, verses 15 to 19. Book of John, chapter 21, verses 15 to 19. It's when Jesus was talking to Simon Peter. Allow me to read. When they had finished eating, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" "Yes, Lord," he said. "You know that I love you." Jesus said, "Feed my lambs." Again, Jesus said, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" He answered, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said, "Take care of my sheep." The third time, he said to him, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the third time, "Do you love me?" He said, "Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you." Jesus said, "Feed my sheep. Very truly, I tell you, when you were younger, you dressed yourself and went where you wanted. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands and someone else will dress you and lead you where you do not want to go." Last verse, Jesus said this to indicate the kind of death by which Peter would glorify God. Then He said to him, "Follow me." So allow me to share these few words before I end this speech. Take care of my lambs. Feed my sheep. Feed my lambs. Follow me. I believe that being a teacher is really being a shepherd. More than just teaching them the subject of your specialization or the subject that you're really good at. As Remnant teachers, I believe God has called you as His witnesses. The schools of the world can train children, can train students to be really good in what they can do. But as God's ambassador in this field, I know that God has called us not just to train students to be smart, but really instill to the students and really imprint to them their real purpose, their real meaning as God's precious children, as God's precious people, as His disciples. I really pray that you will really shine God's light wherever you are as God's precious ambassadors. God bless everyone. Jesus is the Christ.